Hey guys, welcome back to Trekyards, and into the video we go. I'm Captain Foley.
And I'm Commander Cockings of the Big Forest of Earth.
People are confused. Anyway, we have predictions for episode 9 of Discovery, and that's what we're going to be talking about today. The episode title is Into the Forest I Go. Is it I go or we go?
Well, either way, we're smart and we make things go. It's I
Ha.
go. Thank you. So yeah, the final episode, as it said, the full final of Discovery until January of next year. Yeah, I left not the best episode to leave on for the last episode, but this one promises at least what Discovery is capable of as a ship, at the very least.
I gotta admit, this one looks good. I'm excited to see this one. But you can tell this was one episode that ran a little long, so they chopped it up into 2. And the first episode's kind of just... Well, we talked about that in our review.
Obviously, we're going to ask, is this going to end on a cliffhanger? Is it going to end on a really good cliffhanger? Are they going to end... Are they going to destroy the Sarcophagus ship and in so doing do something... Is it going to have great implications or be quite a personal cliffhanger? Will the Mirror Universe finally be referenced, or are they going to wait until the next half of the season? Maybe. But let's go through the images. So it starts off with Lorca saying, biggest challenge we've ever faced. And as we know that they're on this planet, or they're in this planet, the planet itself has called both sides to talk and be friends, and so decloaks this Sarcophagus ship. And I love the fact that it's well lit because the planet's right there. Finally, a nice looking shot. I was like, oh, cool.
Yeah. And this is a beautiful shot, to be honest, with the Discovery in the background. You got a moon. Just everything about this is great. The decloaking effect is kind of interesting, but we can talk about that later. I don't know. I'm super stoked because the beginning of this trailer. Now, the last trailer. That being said, the last trailer showed the battle scenes kind of interspersed throughout, and we got them all within the first minute and a half of the episode. I don't think that's going to be the case this time, but there's some really cool stuff that happens in this one, and it's cool seeing the Discovery do its thing.
Yeah, which we'll get to in a minute. We haven't seen these two really face off yet at all, and has Cole enhanced the Sarcophagus ship? This is a thousands-year-old ship. Yes, it has a cloak and shield, but doesn't really have new weapons that are capable of taking out a new ship, even one that's not as well equipped weapon-wise as Discovery. But it's certainly an opposing ship. It's kind of like the Derelicts of the fleet. It's like a big ship. But I'm wondering, will Cole come in guns blazing, and will the people on the planet, can the alien creatures actually stop them? I mean, will they try and not allow a war if it starts? After we do see them fight in a minute, but will they be like, guys, have a conversation, please? No, don't arm weapons, please. Or is it kind of like they're out of the game now because all they can do is bring them here?
I don't know. I think they're quite powerful. Again, I'm drawing links to the Organians. I think it's going to be somewhat similar, maybe even tie-ins with the Organians at some point. But I think that's what's going to happen is they're going to come in, there's going to be a big scuffle, and eventually, before the final blow is delivered or something, they might step in and be like, that's enough.
Yeah. But let's just go through the pictures and we can do thoughts at the end. So Stamets looking concerned with numbers, just a pretty shot for the trailer. Tilly doing some sort of modification. I'm assuming they need the spore drive to be better than it's ever been before.
Because I think during this battle they want to jump as we kind of get us later. So yeah, modifying it, and this is where Lorca says that this is the only ship that can accomplish this mission, or the only crew, I think. So it looks like it's going to be a multi-pronged attack. Looks like they're beaming aboard at some point here.
Yeah, they got the Spectre Saru and then being on board. That's pretty interesting, given how big the ship is, how many potentially thousands of warriors are going to be on this ship. Yeah, two-pronged attack. I mean, it kind of makes sense if you can take it from the inside. Although sending Ash Tard is interesting.
Well, he's head of security, so why not?
Well, why not have your entire security team with you?
That's a good point.
Because two people is a piss poor team. I mean, you've seen the Makos in Enterprise; they always send a team over. Because guess what? Teams back each other up.
Well, it makes sense. They're sending her over because she's been on that ship before, so she kind of knows the layout somewhat.
Yes, she's been on the bridge for about 6 minutes in a fist fight after it got blowed up. And then she was focused on, Giorgio 8 months ago. She's not any more help, really, guys.
I know.
She's in a whole tactical team. Now, the most interesting thing about this shot, this beaming shot, is that they have got yellow packs on their chest. And you see that a little bit later on the ship. Shield packs? Anti-detection packs? I mean, what do you think?
Life support belts from the animated series. Project a force field around your entire body. I don't know. I'm thinking some kind of personal defense screen. Even like you get in Star Trek Online, your personal shields.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's Iron Man tech, obviously.
Well, yeah. I could totally buy them, bring up the animated series. They've already brought Holodecks for the animated series. They brought April. It's there. If you want to be able to pull stuff out of your, ASS, then take out the animated series. It's sort of, you're canonizing bits, and then yet you're right if they're designed for atmospheric things. So the gas is harmful, but with this you can still step on the planet. Maybe if you add an extra power pack to it, it can become a shield that can let you survive. 6 disruptive bolts. That's good enough. That's a tactical advantage in a situation. Mm-hmm. So that would certainly be cool. But then again, why is it never used later on? Blah blah blah. All that good canon stuff.
Yes.
What do you think about the idea of them actually beaming on board? And obviously only 2 of them as a tactic.
Well, I think there's a specific reason for this. Either the Admiral is still alive, and we somehow need to recover her, or even just recover her body, whether she's dead or alive or not.
Or she sent a signal or something. Or
Laurel contacts them and say, "I want to defect." Whatever. I don't know how she'd convince them of that, but I think it's it's something like that. They're on there specifically to get somebody out, minimize the risk to the team by just having 2 people.
Yeah.
Excuse me. So, and like I said, I wasn't sure the Admiral was dead the last time. A lot of people have kind of been saying the same thing online. Mm-hmm, so I'm hoping that she's still alive. But how's that going to affect Lorca, and he's going to be happy about that? I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like it would be fun if maybe the Laurel had a single supporter left and they broke her out because they know they wanted to defect. The Discovery's right there. They send a signal to I think mentioned in the previous episode, the review mentioned to Ash Tyler, hey lover boy, if you save me, I will give you everything you ever want information wise, and we can still get together. He's like, I've got a girlfriend, and she's like, but I'm better because I've got. Anyway, but they go get her out, and then in the process, because she did mention specifically in the last episode, we're going to set the warp core to overload. So if they did that, and the Discovery's keeping them, occupied, then I would like to see the ship get blowed up, because at least, maybe the cloak technology needs something from this ship. So by destroying the progenitor of the technology, people don't understand it yet, or it has to recharge from the ship, so that suddenly you have a limitation, and then Cole has to leave in a raid. I mean, they've got dozens of ships, I'm sure, just in the bay, so that everyone survives, or at least the main guy survives. But an explosion wave does something to Discovery and the planet, and that causes something. That'd be kind of like a bittersweet. Like, we've defeated the big ship. Boy, does not change anything really, and now we're somewhere else. That'd be kind of a nice little. What do you think?
It's a lot to digest, but yeah, it could be that too. That, like you said, something happens to the planet as a result of this. Maybe the transmitter and affects the planet, and then they use the energy beams on the planet use the transmitter to like shoot off into space, and later become the Organians on a different planet. Yeah,
that's interesting. Yeah, the Sarcophagus ship is so powerful in its explosion, it causes catastrophe on the planet. So yeah, they non-corporeal away.
Yeah,
then
could
10
be.
years later, they're like, guys, you messed us up once. We're gonna Organian all over you now.
Yeah, because it does certainly look like the Sarcophagus ship gets destroyed. We see Discovery jump in and jump out behind it. There's 3 explosions, main ones. The neck looks all twisted, and the one nacelle looks like it's coming off. So I think the ship's pretty much done for at this point.
Well, we thought that last time, though. Or at least we hoped that last time. And again, where is shields? There's never shields in this show. I mean, there is very subtle shields on Discovery, which we do see, thank goodness, but they're very bad with those sorts of effects. It's interesting to see the scale of the ships. I mean, again, it is huge, but it doesn't appear to be firing back much. And I do like, though, the Discovery's effect of it sporing in and out. I do kind of like all that. But again, well, I mean, same argument I was about to say, a smaller ship that's underpowered shouldn't be able to take on this bigger ship. But we saw a very similar fight in one of the Mirror Universe DS9 episodes, the Defiant underpowered because it's not finalised yet. I don't think it had quantums yet because I didn't invent them. Maybe I can't remember. Against Admiral Worf's, Regent Worf's, oversized Negvar for no reason. Took it out because of the problem with sensors and stuff. If that same problem exists in this ship, awesome. But you would think the ship could take the Discovery out. But,
Well, with the Discovery jumping everywhere. And I think all those rapids, like, in combat jumps are not going to be too great for Stamets. And I think that's actually reflected in this trailer. He doesn't look so great.
Yeah, let's talk about that next. Yeah, you can tell by the tone. It's like this is screwing him right over. He was feeling bad last time. And if you're asking for constant jumps, and if he's getting further and further away from his reality with every jump, then if you suddenly have to do 25 jumps in one go, what if on the last jump you don't really know where you are? And so then he has to jump to where he thinks reality is, and guess what? Reality is not where he thinks it is.
So you think the final jump in this episode might be leading into the Mirror Universe and leave us with a cliffhanger?
Yeah, I think they might disable the ship, and they're like, right, final blow, target the torpedo, target the reactor, one more jump, Stamets. She's like, and then they jump away, but the sarcophagus ship is basically dead in space, but they're all still alive. It's like just fires upon fires upon fires, and Call's like, where did they go? Why didn't they finish us?
Call's like, the cowards, they're running away, or why didn't they come back? Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, so I could, or even showing that you're able to disable his flagship so easily. He's like, we'll have to step back on this war for a few days, weeks, whatever. Let's take a step back. Let's try and reconsider and get more cloaked ships so we could go annihilate Earth personally. And then Stamets, they think they're somewhere. He probably falls into a coma, and they're somewhere they don't know, and they scan and they can detect the Shinjo, the ISS Shinjo, coming close, and it comes out of warp, and it's Giorgio in a more TOS looking uniform, sort of another combination, and saying, "Lorca, I thought you were dead." The Empire, that sort of, because you don't hire her for 2 episodes. 2 episodes in a hologram. I think, as I said before, you ISS every character, or even it jumps into the location with the ISS Discovery, because we know there's an ISS Discovery because we saw the plaque, which we actually noticed like a month before everyone else did, because it's like you can see the sun lines, but no one else did that much. Which I don't want to point out because spoilers. But yeah, I can see that being some epic twinsies right at the end, the last few frames, and it's like, damn.
Yeah. Well, we're getting ahead of ourselves because that's where we think the cliffhanger is going to be.
Yes.
But there's still more than this trailer, right?
Yeah.
We see Burnham on the bridge talking to Call, where she basically says, I thought Klingons were honorable, and picks up a mek'leth, I assume. And he's like, I accept your challenge. So it looks like a fight to the death with bladed weapons kind of deal.
Cool.
Yeah. It's good to see an honorable Klingon for a change.
Well, it's good to see a non-honorable Klingon forcing to put his pride first and be honorable for a minute. Because as I'm glad 2 people pointed out 2 episodes in a row, these are not honorable Klingons. These are not doing what Klingons should do. And it'd be great if he's actually a Duras. I mean, someone mentioned that. Wouldn't that be great? A simple way of explaining this. He's Cole, son of Duras. Like, that would be enough of he's a bit crap because he's that guy, he's not. Okay, it means that you're painting every Duras with a bad brush for literally 400 years, but 200 years, but that'd be funnier if, but yeah, they're having a battle. I'm assuming though that she would announce herself. I'm Mike, as soon as she gets captured after she does her mission or whatever, I'm Michael Burnham, you want me, and then she would get an audience with the king of the Klingons, as it were, and if you can defeat Michael Burnham in hand-to-hand combat, then good on him.
And here this scene too, we see the doctor like, you got to stop this. You're gonna kill him if we keep doing these jumps. And I think you're right. I think he passes into unconsciousness or something during the final jump, and that really throws them somewhere where they don't want to be. Poor Stamets.
Seriously, I mean, yeah, guinea pig and also, navigator and also guy that's designing it all and also, not really fair. Now I'm wondering, do you think Burnham is going to be the character that stays with the Klingons? Everyone else goes to the mirror universe, she doesn't. And she has to be in there, she's our link to their perspective. She's a prisoner for a few episodes and such.
Possibly. Where's Ash during this?
Where is Ash during this? That's a good question.
I should also point out, too, during that fight with Burnham, the one frame you get to see Captain Giorgio's Delta on Kor's uniform.
Ha ha ha. Nice.
Yeah. The House of Giorgio.
First of her name, yeah. That's
so,
a good call.
So, yeah, what happened to Ash during all this? Is he taking care of L'Rell, or did L'Rell intercept him and he's getting her out while she's distracting Call? What's the situation here? I think probably Ash and L'Rell maybe beam off to the Discovery. Michael Burnham stays behind to do this, and with hopes of being beamed out later. Yeah, does she stay with the Klingons? Does she get beamed back aboard Discovery before the end of the episode? There's so many possibilities here and such great avenues for storytelling. Hopefully they do a good job.
Well, I do feel like this will be a very similar episode to the last episode in the sense that what we see in the trailer is what we get. Very simple 1, 2, 3 plot with the final 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, down to 100. It's like, oh my goodness, wow, that escalated very quickly. But also seeing, like I said, what Discovery can do. Not discover, not science, not what it was built for, but what it was, what it's been turned into, a tip of the spear warship. I mean, obviously, any of the Federation ships would do this in this situation, to save themselves. Although, straight away go to the war. Or at least they should try and talk to the Klingons, maybe for hopefully they do for 2 seconds. Although you can imagine Lorca would shoot first.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm looking forward to this episode very much. I mean, this seems much more action packed, and
bright. These space battles are going to be bright for once. Because that shot where Discovery's coming in, it looks great. It actually looks really great. Visually, it's very interesting, and you get to see and appreciate the Sarcophagus ship, which deserves some respect because it's an interesting design that has a lot of little details that you just never get to appreciate.
And that's kind of been our beef all along with the space scenes. They're way too dark, they're way too blurry, or too far away, or too right close up to a ship. You can't see any details. So
unfortunately, the ones from Voyager, Enterprise, and the movies are better.
Yeah, absolutely.
Maybe not Nemesis with the darkness, but again, some pretty nice stuff in there too. Like I say, it looks interesting. I hope that maybe they're showing us wouldn't it be cool? Well, I also complained that last week was only 41 minutes, or 42, 44. I hope this is like a 53-minute episode because the first couple were longer. And wouldn't it be great if the first 40 is the story? The first 20 is this battle, then both get disabled. There's a race to see who can fix first. They beam, maybe after the both ships have been disabled, they beam, the two over hand to hand while they're trying to fix the ship. Stamets is almost gone. He knows he can't do much more, and they push him to do one last jump. That's the jump that pushes them too far. They get everyone else over. 20 minutes left of the show. Suddenly, boom, we're in the mirror universe, and we actually get some scenes because, again, this show is meant to be binge watched week, episode. Only once will ever be watched week on week, and then with its break. So it would be funner I think to have 3 or 4 scenes into the next story rather than just cliffhanger and say, we're here now, oh no, tune in 3 months. No, it'd be kind of cool if it was a couple of scenes and then it kind of escalates. We get texture for the next chapter as they're calling it.
That would be nice, but I don't think that's going to happen. It's going to be one of those last minute, like this one. Oh, look, the Sarcophagus ship is warping in. Dun dun dun. Credits.
It's true.
Thank you very much, assholes. But yeah, there you go, guys. That's what we thought. That's what we think. That's what we speculate on this trailer. I love how we can make a minute-long trailer and really speculate on what we think is going to happen from it. But let's see how right we are.
I want to ask one quick question. If we didn't know the mirror universe was coming, this wouldn't be a part of the plot. Assuming that we did not know in some essence that's going to come along. If this is still continuation of its current plot line. What would happen if there's no mirror universe connection? What do you think? Because we're kind of tying it all together for this cliffhanger. But if there isn't that,
I think roughly the same, except for the whole Stamets thing. I would just think either that they can't leave the situation when, let's say, the Sarcophagus ship gets its power back online and starts coming after them, and they're like, ah, shit, you know, Stamets is out. We can't spore jump. We need to warp out of here and actually use regular tactics. Or yeah, the final jump does take them somewhere unknown, but like another part of the galaxy, you know, far Delta Quadrant, something like that, where it's and
caretaker. Hey!
And then as soon as they jump, Stamets just falls over, and it's like, oh my god, he's dead, or whatever. And it's like, then cliffhanger. It's like, oh Jesus, now they're stuck somewhere. What's happening?
Yeah.
That's kind of what I would assume if I didn't know about the mirror universe. But yeah, I'm hoping this is a mirror universe.
If I was going for a conventional plot, I think what would be something we don't expect would be that, despite Discovery's best efforts, Sarcophagus ship wins, disables Discovery, they take control of it, like straight out. They obviously don't know Stamets is the one, and they manage to delete all the records of the crew ship before it happens. So they have the ultimate ship, they have the cloaking technology, and then we see all of our characters as Klingon prisoners for like 3 or 4 episodes, kind of like the internment camps in Battlestar Galactica. The whole paradigm changes, but some of the Rel's last supporters, they know that, well, if her side, if her faction got the Discovery, whatever, and she helps them escape, and you get this interesting thing where they get pulled into Klingon space, and because the spore drive's offline and the warp drive's offline, maybe, or very limited, they have to be in that sort of culture. So we really get to see it from the Klingon's perspective, because again, they're really letting us down with the Klingon perspective. So wouldn't it be cool to get, you know, the last 6, last 5, whatever, in Klingon space, right in that culture, you know. But they have to speak English, because but like humans are there too. Like Lorca has to deal with them. They have to make allies with the Klingons, with certain Klingons. Through that, they then make a resistance, and then the last few episodes are them trying to fight with the spore drive, trying to trust each other. It's difficult. Then you suddenly see, you know, maybe L'Rell's like, well, we've got this new D7 variant, but the cloak won't integrate with it, so it's an older version. Oh no, and it's one we like, and you know, we see this awesome space battle. You know, kind of like Xindi with you know. Enterprise. I mean, the best development was that then they were joining sides. You know, they were able to have that grander scale because it escalated. That was it. That was serialized content with it, twists and turns done really, really well. That'd be great to do that with this as well, I think, in some form.
Yeah, I can see that. I don't know if I'd like that, but yeah, I can see that being a possibility, and it would be an interesting storyline. I just don't know if I'd personally enjoy that. So.
Because then you wouldn't have week on week. Every week would be the continuation the same. Like it would be 5 minutes later. You know, the Klingons are on the Earth ship, and then we're in the Klingon ship in the prison cells and stuff. I think could be interesting.
Yeah. What do you guys think?
Yes.
By all means, let us know what you think of our ideas. What are your ideas? What do you want to see? What do you think we're going to see? And let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel and all that good stuff, because we do lots of cool Discovery stuff. Yes. We're going to be on a bit of a hiatus from Discovery, but we got lots of stuff planned. Don't worry. And
the stuff in the bank we've been saving as well.
That's right.
Exciting ideas and exciting things. And hopefully just more stuff you guys will enjoy, because the more you guys watch, the more we can do, the more support we get on Patreon, which is a monthly donation service, and on Trekyards.com, where a single donation allows us to do more on this channel, and bigger scope, bigger things, more guests, all the fun stuff. We just want to do more, and he'll bring you more fun Trek and even non-Trek on occasion.
So, until next time, and until next week, when we get to see exactly what happens from this trailer, I'm Captain Foley.
And I am Connor Cones.
Bye, guys.